person who's doing absolutely everything right. You're affirming, you're visualizing, you're persisting, but somehow that old story just keeps sneaking right back in. If you feel like you keep relapsing back into your old story, or you're getting the same 3D results, you are not failing. You are just still identifying as your old self, so let's fix it. If you are new here, hey y'all, I'm Tara, your manifesting bestie, and welcome back to the only manifestation community that you need. This is exactly where you'll come to trade your doubts for your desires, and we will watch the magic unfold. So what does everyone mean when they say the old story? So when I say old story, I'm not talking about your past. I mean, I kind of am, but not really. I'm referring to the identity that you keep reselecting every time you're reacting to your 3D, or you're reacting to what's exactly in front of you. Your old story is the version of you that doubts, that wavers, that freaks out, checks for movement, overthinks, or the version of you who is waiting for proof before you actually start believing. And even though you're trying to manifest a new reality for yourself, if you continue to think like the old version of you, that is exactly what's going to be continued to be shown to you in the 3D. You will keep getting the same results. For example, you can choose all day, every day in your affirming sessions that you are chosen, that you are loved. But if your inner self still believes, it just never works out for me, then that is going to be the version that your subconscious keeps replaying. This is the loop that keeps you stuck. So listen closely, because we all get stuck in this loop at some point. The old story that you keep telling yourself and that your subconscious knows to be true, the reason why that story feels so powerful is because it's familiar. It feels true because you've seen evidence or proof in the 3D of that belief over and over and over. But it's literally just your subconscious running a loop. That's all. It just is telling you what it knows to be true. Your brain does not care if something makes you happy. Your brain doesn't work off of your feelings. Your brain only cares if that thought is numb. So the moment that you start affirming something new, your brain is like, whoa, wait, hold up. That's not who we are. And it feels a little uncomfortable, right? And that's exactly when self-sabotage, overthinking, and all of those emotional dips start showing up. You are not broken. You are just simply stuck between two shifting identities. It's gonna be the old you who survived, and then this new version over here who's living in a completely different reality, who is thriving. Now, at this point, you should be asking yourself, okay, Tara, but how am I supposed to step into that new identity of who's thriving? Manifestation is literally your thoughts. That is how all of this works. Manifestation is literally an identity shift, okay? So either you can stay over here and manifest the old version of you, the old story that you keep playing on repeat, okay, that your subconscious keeps playing on repeat, or you can shift into the new version of yourself who already has your desire. How? Every desire that you have currently exists in a different reality where it's completely normal for you. So your only job is to become that version of yourself in your thoughts. We are not chasing it in the 3D. This is where a lot of manifestation coaches will say, you need to live in the end. So Tara, how am I going to do this? All right, I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, how does the version of me who already has my desire, how does she think? Number 2, what does she stop entertaining? What thoughts does she not even have? And number 3, what stories does she refuse to tell anymore? And here's the real hard truth, okay? You don't have to think and feel like her 24/7. You don't have to feel like her 24/7 or 25/8. You just have to start catching yourself faster when your mind starts to slip into your old thought patterns. And then you're gonna gently redirect yourself back into the version of you who already has your desire. Personally, the old me literally used to spiral, and I would be constantly checking for signs. Mind you, it's because I came from the law of attraction community, so there's that. But I used to spiral and I used to check for signs. The new me will literally laugh and be like, of course it's mine. Why would I doubt that? I know I have this. I know it's possible, and I know it has to be shown to me. It's the law. Now here is a 3-step reset that you can physically do when you catch yourself slipping. This is seriously as simple as it gets. It's going to be a simple identity reset. Number 1, you're gonna notice the old thought, and you're not even gonna give it a second thought. You're not gonna judge it. You're not gonna come down hard on yourself. It's just an old negative thought. Number 2, you're gonna name it, and you're going to say, that is an old thought. Number 3, you're gonna neutralize that negative thought by saying, the new me doesn't think like that anymore. The new me doesn't live in that thought anymore. I don't think or behave that way anymore. I am this. Repeat it out loud to yourself if you have to, because again, your mind cannot be thinking those negative thoughts as you are speaking the positive ones, okay? By doing this, you're literally teaching your subconscious that we don't choose that version anymore. She's gone. It's not about trying harder. It's not about doing more. It's not about exerting yourself or pushing your limits and making manifestation feel like work or a chore. Guys, we are manifesting no matter what. Whether it is the exact same version of you who's happening and that you're unhappy with, it's gonna be either good or it's going to be bad. But no matter what, you are always manifesting. It's literally about deciding which version of you gets the mic to speak. I know that when we get stuck in these loops and then these patterns of searching and chasing and trying to force the 3D, I know it can feel exhausting trying to figure all of this out. You are human. Your brain wants to always revert back to what is familiar and comfortable. Always. But the main difference in people who manifest everything versus the people who almost do is the ones who manifest everything, they literally stop arguing their limitations. They let go of that. They don't fight their brain. They decide and they are telling their brain what is true. They are telling their brain exactly what they want, so our brains can print it out right in front of us in the 3D. They stop telling the story as to what has not happened yet, and they start telling the new story of why it is inevitable and why it has to happen because it's the dang law. You are not out here trying to get your manifestation. You are constantly reminding yourself and remembering that you are already the version. You are already in the reality where it is done. You already are. So besties, here is your reminder. You're not failing. You are just still telling yourself the wrong story. Decide today that the old version of you no longer exists. She's done. She's done her job. You've got it from here. From here on out, every thought and every assumption, every reaction belongs to the version of you already has what she wants. Be sure to comment down below. I am so done with that story. I am so done with the old story. Lock it in. You decide. And if this video has helped you in any way, shape, or form, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. As always, this is exactly where we trade our doubts for our desires and we watch our magic unfold. So besties, this is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!